Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kelly Yager. You clicked on the right video. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. I posted one of the little comment boxes on Instagram and a lot of you asked questions, so we're gonna get right on into it. If you can hear a cat licking in the back, it's Layla right there. First question is very relevant. From Noelle Dawn 1, how do you get yourself into the gym when it's your time of the month? I literally just got over my time of the month, and let me tell you, it was the worst 5 days that I have ever had, period-wise. I felt super bloated. We don't need to get into all the specifics, but whenever I feel bloated or just uncomfortable, I know getting into the gym is going to help. The last thing that's going to help is me sitting on the couch and eating my feelings away like I want to. So I just know it's going to make me feel better. I know that's probably not the answer you are looking for, but that is 150% what helps me. It's like if I'm already feeling uncomfortable, at least getting up and going to the gym and moving a little bit and sweating, that's going to help me. Best Bowmar flavor to drink with water / almond milk. Currently, I would say their fruity cereal flavor. I'm obsessed. It is so good. I've just been drinking that one with water. I actually made protein ice cream with it last night though, which is just cashew milk and a little bit of xanthan gum to thicken it up. So basically just cashew milk. So good. It literally tastes like Fruity Pebbles and like the milk left over after Fruity Pebbles. It is so good. But all of their flavors, in my opinion, are honestly really good. Like the blueberry cheesecake, fruity cereal, strawberry. Those would probably be my three favorite right now, just in water or milk, at least what I've been using the most of. Favorite protein for different recipes in oatmeal and waffles and coffee, etc. If you're looking for like the best all-around protein, I would probably say protein cinnamon roll or protein French toast, just because they're really good for baking with, but they're also really good in coffee. They're good by themselves. They're good to bake other recipes with. So yeah, I would probably say French toast or cinnamon roll. I personally love cinnamon. So if you like more cinnamon, I would do the cinnamon roll. French toast has a cinnamon taste as well, but it also has kind of like a maple taste, but they're both really good. Do you ever let yourself have fast food or order something unhealthy? Yeah, if I ever have a craving, I'll let myself have it. That is kind of my whole balanced lifestyle right now. But I have noticed the more that I've let myself, I guess the less restrictive I've been with myself, the less cravings like that I have. Fast food like hardly ever sounds good to me. The last time I had it was, oh my gosh, probably a couple months ago. Chris and I were going through like Wendy's or something and they gave us an extra Frosty, so I had a Frosty. But other than that, I just really don't crave fast food like that. But when we go out to eat, if I don't want something quote unquote healthy, I'll get whatever sounds good. But yeah, I've noticed the less restrictive I've been, I don't tend to crave it as much, but I definitely do still crave like a burger sometimes, and I'll totally have that. Have you ever gotten your group fitness certification, or would you be interested? So I know ACE offers a group fitness certification. I got like the personal training certification, which I know is like requires more, takes more time. It goes into a lot more depth than the group fitness. So I don't see any need for me to get the group fitness one, because I don't ever plan on being a group fitness instructor. And the certification I got required more studying than the group fitness, so I feel like I just wouldn't benefit at all from getting that. Workouts to target fat around hips, in quotes, love handles. I've talked about this multiple times on my Instagram story, on live, on here before. You are not able to spot reduce fat, so you can't tell your body, like, or if you're doing oblique crunches or something, that's not just gonna make your love handles go away. Like our bodies, you can't tell it to just lose fat in one specific area. If you're trying to lose body fat, you need to lose overall body fat, which just comes down to eating in a caloric deficit, so eating below your maintenance level. But you can definitely do exercises for your core, which will help you build muscle, which will hopefully make your stomach look more toned, aka have more muscle, look a little bit more lean. But in order for that muscle to show, you have to be leaner and a lower body fat percentage. So it really just does come down to getting your overall body fat percentage down. But some people just hold on to fat in certain areas more than others, and we can't really do anything about that. It's genetics. How do you become comfortable with allowing yourself treats / a meal out? Simply because I think that's how I keep myself sane, and at the end of the day, fitness isn't my entire life. I incorporate fitness into my life, not life around my fitness journey. So I'm never going to stop enjoying my life, and part of that is going out to eat, going on date nights with Chris. We go to Scramblers every single Sunday with my dad. So yeah, don't feel guilty about it. Don't like food shame yourself. Like, enjoy your life and just try to make healthy decisions where you can. Do you get a trainer certification to coach? I have my personal training certification from ACE, if that's what you are asking. What is your current workout split? Shoulders, hamstrings and glutes, triceps and abs usually, back and biceps, quad and glute, and then those are like my 5 given days. Like, those are the ones I always do. On that 6th day, on Saturday, if I'm not too sore, I'll do a full body like circuit workout or a Metcon. The 6th day is kind of like up in the air depending on how I'm feeling. So I lift 5 to 6 days a week. On average, how long should your workouts be? Is 45 minutes enough? That is going to differ person to person, what your workout split looks like. But yeah, I am a believer that you do not need to be in the gym for 2 hours to see good results. Your workouts could be 30 minutes, they could be 60 minutes, they could be a little bit longer than that. Like, it just depends on what you're doing. My main thing is, like, you have to be in the gym and like have a purpose. So if you're just standing around, if you're in the gym for an hour and a half but actually only working hard for like 45 minutes, then there's no reason for you to be there for an hour and a half. Like, if you're being efficient in the gym, I think that's all that matters. And if you're following a proper workout program, you're going to see results. But yeah, 45 minutes. Most of my workouts are between 40 to 60 minutes. Do you have any plans to come out with your own app? I would absolutely love to. I am not currently working on that, but that is something I do want to start like planning ahead, looking into the future, to do something like that. I would absolutely love to. That's not in the works yet though. How can I calculate my macros according to my goals? I want to lean out and build lean muscle. So there are a couple questions in here about this, and there are like online macro calculators, and I've talked about these before. If you're gonna use those, the best way I would say is to calculate. There's like 3 to 5 popular ones, or at least there was when I looked last, which was a while ago. But if you calculate them on all 3 or 5 of those and then take the average of what they tell you, that's probably going to be the most accurate out of just that online calculator, because some of them calculate really high fat, others calculate really high carb, some give you low protein, some give you high protein. So if you calculate it on all of them and then take the average of the carbs, fats, proteins, and calories, that's probably going to be your best bet. But aside from that, if you just want to try to calculate them on your own, it will be kind of a tedious process, but one of the most accurate ways to do it is if all you need to do is weigh yourself for a week. So every single morning, weigh yourself, be consistent with when you're weighing yourself before you eat, like right in the morning. That's usually when I recommend is the best time, just so it stays consistent. But weigh yourself every morning and then track your calories throughout that week. Like, don't change anything, just track your calories, what you're already eating. And if your weight stays the same throughout that week, you know that you're eating around your maintenance level because you're not gaining a ton of weight. Obviously, your weight's going to fluctuate a little bit, but hopefully if you stay consistent and weigh like every single day in the morning and at the same time before you've eaten or anything, it should be around the same weight. So if you notice at the end of the week it's around the same, you know you're at your maintenance. And if your goal is to lose weight, do like a 20 to 25% deficit. So you're eating below that maintenance level, and that will help you be in a deficit to lose body fat. Likewise, if you're trying to be in a surplus and gain muscle, you'd want to add like 20 to 25% increase to that maintenance level. And that's stuff you can always track. So just track your weight throughout and track your calories, and you'll know if you're in a deficit. Have you ever struggled with loss of period during your fitness journey? I have not. I competed at 4 different shows, and I never lost my period while I was on prep either. So thankful for that. The older I get, and being married now and thinking into the future for little kiddos, I take my cycle very seriously because that is what's going to allow me to have babies. And I would never put like a physique, like a really, really lean physique over my overall health. And I know some girls have lost their period. Every single person is different. It might not be fitness related. They might have hormonal stuff going on. Like, everyone's completely different. So if you have lost your period, I'm not bashing you. I'm just saying I personally have not lost my period, and I never plan to compete again to where I would put that at risk. So yeah. Is it sometimes difficult with Chris and your schedule being so different? Yes and no. It was in the beginning, just because it was like he would come home from work after being at an office all day, talking to people all day long, and I wanted to talk to him because I was alone all day, not talking to anyone. Turn that off. I was at home all day not talking to anyone, so it was like he just wanted to chill, and I'm like, let's go do something. Like, I've been stuck in this house all day. It was kind of just like figuring out where we were coming from and being like, oh, I understand why you feel that way, because you just got done being in an office, not at home, and talking to people all day long. So there was kind of an adjustment there, but we've made it work, and it's just our routine now, so it's not that big of a deal. What are some of your go-to healthy snacks? Protein bars. The new lemon bar, protein bar from Bowmar is my favorite. They have 3 protein bars now. The lemon is by far my favorite. It's so good. That would be one. My rice cake with hummus and tuna. That's really good. A parfait, so like a little Greek yogurt, like the Dan and Light and Fit Greek yogurt with fruit and granola. Bomb. Love that. Let's see what else. Those are probably my 3 like go-tos right now. Do you still work with Paragon now that you're with Balance? I had only done like 2 collaborations with Paragon. I'm definitely like more involved with Balance at this point. No bad feelings against Paragon whatsoever. I think for their price point, their clothes are really nice. I just love what Balance is doing on the back end. I love what they stand for. I love the people involved. Just being a part of the just being an athlete for a short period of time now, they already they go out of their way to make sure I am completely taken care of as far as like I'm educated on everything. If I have any questions, they're there for me. I've already talked to a few of the girls like FaceTime wise. So yeah, I'm literally wearing the Select joggers right now. I love their products. I love their community they've built. I just love their company in general. So I see myself continuing to work with Balance. I love Paragon. I was just never super involved with them. They would basically send me stuff to do a try-on before a launch. And I did like their stuff a lot. I still do. I like their leggings and love their jeans. Still like one of my favorite pairs of jeans. But yeah, no, I will probably be working with Balance more in the future just because I think that aligns more with like the direction I want to go. And yeah, things you're most proud of that you've done. Oof. I would say, despite it being a very hard decision, leaving college and trusting myself to start my business and create a life for myself, and also being married to Mr. Christopher. How do you stick to your goals in the beginning / how do you stay motivated? So I think this is a very good question. There are a lot of people, especially this time of year, New Year's resolutions, set big goals for themselves. And as I'm sure most of you know, change takes time. It does not come immediately. You can't work really hard for a week and then be like, oh my God, I've already reached my goals. This is great. You have to stay consistent. But if you stay consistent, it is so rewarding because one, you're going to learn that if you put your mind to something and stick to it, you're going to reap the rewards from it as well. But that's also just like a good tool to have in your tool belt as far as being able to stick to something long term. But yeah, just focus on what you can control. It's going to take time. Try to take it day by day. Focus on how you're feeling. So even if you don't see the physical results yet, I bet you feel better going to the gym and being more active and eating healthier foods and drinking more water. Just focus on how you're feeling rather than how you're looking. I think that takes I think that takes a lot of the expectation and like pressure off of yourself to see results right now, because you will notice that you feel better. At least that's my opinion. What are you most excited for in 2020? Probably traveling with Christopher, because we're not totally sure where we're going to be going yet, like 100%, but we know we want to travel to visit my family, and that's kind of one of the main goals as to why we don't want to have kids for a couple of years, ideally, so we can travel. And what else? Probably just seeing where my business is going to be at the end of this year. I definitely set like specific goals for myself, but at the same time, it's hard to set too specific goals, because with what I do, like I would have never imagined I would be at the point I am right now this time last year. There's just so many different opportunities that can come your way, and things can change so much that I kind of like to leave the opportunity open for anything. But yeah, just excited to see what all Chris and I are able to do this year and what all I'm able to do with my business. Will you be at the Arnold? Yes, I will be at the Bowmar Nutrition booth. I do not know the booth off the top of my head, but I'll have it over here. I will be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, open to close. If you're coming, let me know, send me a message. I'd love to see you there. It's impossible to gain muscle without lifting heavy, no access to a gym. It's not impossible, but it's gonna be difficult. The process of building muscle is breaking it down. So you need some kind of resistance. You need to overload your muscle somehow in order to get it to grow. So maybe you can invest in some dumbbells or resistance bands or something like that to just have at home. Home workout ebook launch, ? I can't wait. I'm so excited. Yes, I'm currently working on the home guide. I'm very excited for it. LOL, your cat looks like a cute little snowball in this picture lying on the couch. That one, he is a fat, fluffy snowball. Freaking love him. That's Logan. This one is Layla. Very cute. What's in the works for you in 2020? Love you, by the way. Love you too. Thank you so much. I have a lot of stuff in the works. I want to keep growing my business and just upping the quality on here for you guys and on my Instagram. I try very hard to like not focus on the numbers of followers and subscribers, because yes, it does matter, but at the end of the day, if I have really good engagement with a smaller number of people, that means more to me than having 1 million followers in the same number of engagement. Like, I would rather be able to communicate with more of you and have like an actual relationship with you guys, and I don't know, just have like good people following me and genuine people. And so yeah, I don't get too caught up in the numbers, but I would like to grow my business. And yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of stuff that I want to do, but I don't want to put it out there yet, because I'm definitely a person, like, if I say I want to do this, I don't ever want to let people down or like go against my word. So I have to be very careful with what I say, because if things aren't figured out yet and then don't end up happening, I feel bad. Like, I feel like I lied. So once things are further along, but I can tell you guys, I am coming out with a home guide. That will be an 8-week dumbbell band only. I am working on that, but other stuff, I'm still working out the details. How late is too late to eat? I would say there is no such thing as too late to eat. If you're doing like intermittent fasting or something and eat outside of your like feeding window, then stick to that time frame. But your body doesn't have a clock where it's like, oh my gosh, she ate after 8 p.m. We're gonna store all of that as fat. That's not how it works. Now, I will say, if you're about to go to bed and are like consistently weighing yourself in the morning and you eat a huge meal right before you go to bed, just don't be surprised if the next morning you're gonna weigh a little bit more, because you still have all of that food. I try to pair my big meals and like heavy carb meals around my workout, so I'm at least putting those carbs to good use. So right before bed, I try to keep it very light or high protein. Have you always been into athletics / into fitness? Yeah, I did sports growing up. I was in gymnastics from a really young age, and then did cheerleading and basketball, and then I did competitive cheerleading and track. So yeah, I've definitely always been into fitness and been athletic, but in college I definitely fell off that path a little bit, and Chris helped me get back onto it, and he got me into weights, and here we are now. Now I'm more into lifting weights than he is. I got Froze essential amino acids from Bowmar, but wasn't a fan of the flavor. What is your favorite? I'm with you. Froze wasn't my favorite, but I'm also not a huge rosé fan as is. The flavor just sounded very interesting to me, so I wanted to try it. I have pomegranate acai, which I like a lot, and lemonade iced tea. I love those two. I've heard that the grape lemonade is very good as well, so I would maybe try one of those three. How to grow your Insta / get your message out there. Stay consistent, be patient, and just stay true to who you are. I know that is not a very popular answer, or not something that like sounds super exciting, but that truly is how it's gonna work. I get messages quite frequently like, you're so lucky to have the YouTube following you do now, or whatever, and it's like, that took me a really long time. I have like 600 videos on YouTube. I stayed very consistent with it. And I like to think that I've just stayed very true to who I am. I've never really tried to do what other people are doing. Yeah, it's like, there's only so many ways to do a bicep curl. There's only so many ways to record a try on, but you will separate yourself from other people by how you communicate with others. You could be explaining the benefits of intuitive eating, or the benefits of macros, or something different than someone else would, and people are gonna find you and relate to you, and that's what's gonna make them stay, and that's what's gonna make you grow over time. Trying to copy what other people are doing and trying to just like, if you're focusing on growing, you're probably not gonna grow. When did you know you wanted to be a personal trainer? Probably, well, definitely when I left college, I knew that was the route I wanted to go. I got my ACE certification pretty quickly after that, or at least got it and like started studying. And then once I got certified, I took it slow, kind of trial and error process. I took on a small number of clients, and then as I felt more comfortable and confident in my like process on the back end, I started taking on more people, and so just like slowly figured out what worked for me, what schedule I liked best, if I wanted to do all online training, if I wanted some in person. It's definitely like a trial and error process in my opinion. 3 fave tips on dieting for a wedding. Love that question. I would say the first tip would be create realistic goals. Set realistic goals for yourself. So if you know you are going to be extremely busy and cannot be in the gym all the time, like don't set an unrealistic goal to where you want to lose 50 pounds. Like if that's not reasonable, that's just going to stress you out, because you're going to hold yourself to that and then feel like you're failing when you're not. You just kind of set an unrealistic goal. So set a realistic goal for yourself. Create a plan, one that you can easily stick to based off of the realistic goal. So if you can make it into the gym 4 times a week, stay consistent with that. My second goal would be, remember why you're doing it in the first place. Don't let your fitness goal or your physique goal, because I'm sure they're physique driven, don't let that take precedent over your wedding and planning your wedding and enjoying the process with your partner, because the time goes by so fast, and it makes me so sad hearing girls saying how much they're stressing out because they have this, and this going on, and they're not happy with how they look, and they, make sure you still leave time to do the fun things with your partner, because at the end of the day, that's really what matters. Third tip would actually be something that I would recommend to anyone. Find foods that sound good to you, like kind of explore Pinterest for different recipes that are easy for you to make, convenient for you to meal prep and have. And because if you're enjoying what you're eating, you're gonna have a much easier time sticking to the diet. If you're trying to like stuff your face with only kale and vegetables that you don't like, you're never gonna stick to it, because like I wouldn't either. Find foods that taste good to you, and find like a little routine that works, that is just easy for you to stick to, because I think that is going to allow you to be the most successful over time, because it's not going to be hard. Not a question, but I just started following you and I love your content. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are the best. Not a question, but I just love who you are. I love how real you are and how you truly care. Thank you, Madison. I do really care. Okay, you've accomplished so much lately. What's your next big goal? Man, you guys like want to know what's coming next. I don't know. The home guide is what is in like my immediate future. That is the next thing that I'm looking to accomplish. After that, I have a few ideas, but once again, I don't want to put them out there yet because I don't know. Yeah. The home guide is my next big goal. Yeah, leave it at that. Top 3 athletic clothing brands: Balance Athletica, Lululemon, and probably Athleta. I still really like Athleta. I don't go there as often, but I do love their stuff and it holds up really, really well. Instagram suggested your profile. Well done. Thank you, Juju Freaks. Have you tried Alphalete or BuffBunny? Thoughts? I have tried Alphalete and BuffBunny. It was a while ago. They were okay. Alphalete leggings gave me a camel toe all 3 times I tried them, so I gave up. I did not like them. The one pair was soft, and then when they tried to fix the front seam situation, the leggings were not soft. And then BuffBunny, I've only tried one pair of her leggings, and they were okay. They were the Luna leggings, I want to say. But once again, I wasn't a huge fan and I didn't think they were worth it. And I've just never, like, her stuff has never looked super appealing to me to where I wanted to order it. Yeah. If you only had 2 or 3 days a week to work out, what would you prioritize? If you're asking for yourself, I have no idea because I don't know what your goals are, but in general, if you only have 2 days a week, I would do like an upper and a lower day and do cardio on both of those days so you can increase your energy expenditure. If you are solely focused on like growing your lower body or your upper body, do 2 lower body days and 2 upper body days. You could do like a push day and a pull day, or you could do a quad day and a hamstring day. Everyone's goals are different. I'm not totally sure what yours are, obviously, but that is what I would do. How old are you? I am 23. I will be 24 in March. How can you get up so early to work out? I get this question so much. I used to work out every single day at 5 a.m. When I was on bikini prep, that was literally the only time I could make it to the gym. I had a really busy schedule. I was working at Lululemon. I was still a student. And yeah, that was the only time I had available to get to the gym. And so I made that my schedule and just made it work. There were definitely a lot of days where I didn't want to get up out of bed, but you gotta do what you gotta do. It was a huge priority of mine, so I made time for it. Your body also gets used to it way faster than you'd think. Like the first week is gonna suck, but your body will get used to it, and it's not that bad after a while. Any advice for post-knee injury workout adjustment / routine? I'm impatient through recovery. That is definitely something you should be talking to your doctor about. I don't know your specific situation, so I'm not going to make any recommendations. But I will say, do not be impatient. Focusing on recovery right now is going to be way better than being impatient and getting into the gym before you're supposed to and re-injuring your knee. Like, that's just going to make the long term horrible. So I know it's hard, but just rest, follow your proper rehab exercises in your rehab routine, and allow your knee to heal properly. If you rush into it, you're only going to re-injure it, and then you're going to have to go through the same thing again. So I always try to think of the long term. What you're going through right now is only temporary, so take the time needed to fix it. So in the long term, you can be active and do all the stuff you want to. How do you keep your skin so clear? I feel like it has not been clear recently because, as we established in the beginning of this Q&A, I just got over my period, which was a little rough this time around, but I've been using the same skincare routine for a long time. I am a athlete affiliate through Frey. I've been using their stuff for the past 1.5 or 2 years now. I have absolutely loved them. Their stuff worked for me right from the start. I have a couple videos on my skincare routine you can check out. But yeah, if you want to purchase anything from Frey, my link is down below along with my Bowmar link. And unlike the Bowmar link though, Frey actually does, my Frey code and link actually does give you a discount So yeah, I use their Purify Me cleanser every single morning and night. I use their Glow Me, which is like a tinted moisturizer. Love that. It also has SPF in it. My battery died, so we're gonna end that here. Hope you guys enjoyed the Q&A. If I didn't get to your question, I'm sorry. You guys probably asked the most questions I've ever gotten before, so I barely scratched the surface. I will try to do Q&As like once a month to answer your guys' questions. But thank you so much for clicking on the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell notification if you want to get notified whenever I post. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video, which will be a vlog. I'm currently editing it, so that should be up. Well, no, you've already seen it. Whatever. The next vlog will be up. And I'm gonna hang out with the cats.